Hello, I'm Jay. I am the student for running English. I have a plan to I have plan run English 1 year every day, and then I compare to now and later rather than 1 year. So I have always record my video, and then first I present the 5 minutes for compared to the past and future. Okay, so today's subject is hmm, I think it's good. Hmm, is it better to have 100 acquaintances or one loyal friends? I think it's better to me. Okay, I start the subject. The subject is is it better to have 100 acquaintances or loyal friends? Acquaintances is the friend or people who know them, just know and just say hello and just say mm, if mm, I think it's not near friend already just know them. Okay, so acquaintance is that, and royal friend is to in to cross my friend. Uh, they have empathy and they always worry about me. So mm, the marriage is who what's the better? What's the better? The mm, I think I can decide the 100 extras and or one royal friend. I can't decision. I can decide because if you will work and if you mm, be a communication, and if you when you leave, mm, I think it is better. It's better you to know so many people because not deep because um, if you have the friend who just you close, just a little friend, but maybe you ask them uh, maybe easy thing, also they help you, maybe help you. So 100 people have can help you, so you can enhance your work in, and you can achieve the goal with them helps. But when but when you have a bad situation, maybe mm, a lot of them don't help you. So you are when you are strong, they helps you better, but when you are weak, they don't have, maybe they don't have you uh mostly. So I think 100 freckle is important, but important. And then the royal friend, one loyal friend, it seems that don't helpful. It seems don't helpful when you are strong, because when you are strong, you have so many people to help you. But when you are very weak, you're around the people, 100 people maybe leave from you, and but the one loyal friend be next to you and helps you. So I think 100 people and one loyal people both are important. I can decide the more important one. So yes, is the conclusion. Okay, let's go start the English. Listen English. Oh, I wonder. Method to lose belly fat.
Pizza, boom, instant belly roll. But no matter how hard you grind it, this belly fat is really easy to gain, but
Belly fat is
belly fat is
really
really
easy
easy to gain,
to
but
gain,
super
but
hard to
super
lose.
hard to lose. But super hard to lose.
If you dare to even think about pizza, boom, to gain, but super hard to lose.
Super hard to lose.
If you dare to even think about pizza, easy to gain, but super hard to lose. If you dare to even think about pizza,
If you dare to think about pizza,
boom, instant belly roll.
Instant belly roll.
If you dare to even think about pizza,
If you dare pizza,
boom, instant belly roll.
Boom, instant belly roll.
Lose. If you dare to even think about pizza,
If you dare even think of pizza,
boom, instant belly roll.
Boom, instant belly roll.
Lose. If you dare to even think about pizza,
If you dare think about pizza,
boom, instant belly roll.
Instant belly roll.
Lose. If you dare to even think about pizza,
If you dare to even think about pizza,
boom, instant belly roll.
Boom, instant belly roll. What's the meaning of that?
Lose. If you dare to even think about.
If you dare to even think about its way of staying, do not even consider this. You used to emphasize that an action is strictly forbidden or will to outbreak a severe circumstance. Authority and authority. If you dare to even think about pizza,
Boom, instant belly roll.
Instant belly roll. Boom, it's a valid rule. Valid rule. Valid rule.
But no matter how hard you grind your cardio for months, belly roll. But no matter how hard you grind your cardio for months, your belly roll. But no matter how hard you grind your cardio for months,
cardio per month,
body roll.
Cardio
But no matter how hard you grind your cardio for months, belly roll. But no matter how hard you grind your cardio for months, but no matter how hard you grind your cardio for months,
you grind
belly
cardio.
roll. But no matter how hard you grind your cardio for months, your
But no matter how hard you grind your cardio for
body
months,
still looks like it's bulking for winter hibernation. Months, your body still looks like it's bulking for
still looks like bulking.
winter hibernation.
Winter hibernation. Hibernation.
For months, your
Grinding your cardio for months. Minimum active and mental in dormant state. Hibernation. You grind your cardio. Refer to hard to and repeated work. Exercise the heart rate per month.
Your body still looks like it's bulking for winter hibernation. Let me fix that. Whether you're sitting at 15% body fat or 25%, there's a simple two-step method that guarantees you'll strip fat off your ment. There's a simple two-step method that gets body fat or 25%. Whether you're sitting at 15% body fat or 25%, there's a simple two-step method that guarantees you'll strip fat off your midsection. Two-step method that guarantees you'll strip fat off your midsection. There's a simple 15% for hibernation. Let me fix that. Whether you're sitting at 15% body fat or 25%, there's a simple two-step method that guarantees you'll strip fat off your midsection. Simple two-step 15% body fat or let me fix that. Whether you're sitting at 15% body fat
Whether you're sitting at 15% body fat
or 25%, there's a simple two-step method that guarantees
there's a simple two-step method that
you'll strip fat off
guarantees you'll step
your midsection.
Strip fat of your midsection.
No secret fat burner, not even intense cardio. Just
Not even intense cardio.
It's the exact method I use myself.
Cardio.
And in this video, I'm breaking it down so you've got zero excuses left to keep those love handles around. So you've got exact method I use myself. And in this video, I'm breaking it down so you've got zero excuses left to keep those love handles around. So you've got zero excuses left to keep those love handles around. Down. So you've got zero excuses left to keep those love handles around. Down. So you've got zero method I use myself. And in this video, I'm breaking it.
And in this video,
down. So you've got zero excuse.
I'm breaking down. So you've got zero excuses left to keep those love handles around.
But first, let me quickly clear up some myths, because love handles around. But first, let me quickly clear up some myths, because if you want to beat belly fat, you gotta know your enemy before you can crush it. You want to beat round. But first, let me quickly clear up some myths, because if you want to beat around. But first, let me quickly clear up some myths. Those love handles around. But first, let me quickly clear up some myths, because if you want to beat belly fat, you gotta know your enemy before you can crush it. You want to beat belly. But first, let me quickly clear up some myths, because if you want to beat belly fat, you gotta know your enemy before you can crush it. Because if you want to beat round. But first, let me quickly clear up some myths, because if you want to beat belly fat, you gotta know your enemy before you can crush it. Because if you want to beat belly fat, you gotta. Let me quickly clear up some myths. Because if you want to beat belly fat, you got. Let me quickly clear up some myths. Because those love handles around. But first, let me quickly clear up some myths.
But first, let me quickly clear up some myths.
Those love handles around. But first, let me quickly clear up some myths. Because if you want to beat belly fat, first, let me quickly clear up some myths. Because if you want to beat belly fat,
because if you want to be belly fat, myths. Because if you want to be belly fat.
First, let me quickly clear up some myths. Because if you want to beat belly fat,
because you want to be belly fat, want to beat belly fat, want to beat belly fat.
You gotta know your enemy before you can.
You gotta know your enemy before you're crushed.
You want to beat belly fat, you gotta know your enemy before clear up some myths. Because if you want to beat belly fat, you gotta know your enemy before.
You gotta know your enemy
before you can crush it.
Before you can crush it, you can't crush. You gotta know your enemy before you can crush
it. Because if you want to beat belly fat, you gotta know your enemy.
Because if you want to be belly fat,
before
you gotta know your enemy.
Crush it.
You gotta know your enemy before you can crush it.
You've probably already managed to drop some weight. Your arms look leaner, your face looks sharp. Probably already managed to drop some weight. You probably already managed to drop some weight. Your arms look leaner, your face looks sharper, but that managed to drop some weight. Your arms look leaner, your face looks sharper, but already managed to drop some weight. Your arms look leaner,
your arms look leaner,
face looks sharper, but that belly fat still there. Look leaner, your face. You've probably already managed to drop some weight. Your arms look leaner, your face looks sharper. But that belly fat still there. Look leaner, you've probably already managed to drop some weight. Your arms look leaner,
your arms look leaner.
Face looks sharper, but
your face looks sharper.
But that belly fat
but the belly fat
still there. Clinging on like it owns the place. Sharply already met. You gotta know your enemy before you can crush it. You've probably already managed to drop some weight. Your arms look leaner, your face looks sharp.
Your arms look leaner, your face looks sharper.
That belly fat
still there. But that belly fat still there.
Clinging on like it owns the place.
Clinging on like it owns the place.
I know it, but that belly fat still there. Clinging on like it owns the place.
Clinging on like it owns the place. Clinging on like it owns the place.
I know it's not because you're lazy or because you didn't hit enough like it owns the place. I know it's not because you're lazy or because you didn't hit enough crunches. It's simply how your body works. Still there. Clinging on like it owns the place. I know it's not because you're lazy.
And no, No, it's not because you're lazy
or because
or
you didn't
because you didn't
hit enough crunches.
you didn't hit enough crunches. Because you didn't hit enough crunches.
It's simply how your body works.
It's simply how your body works.
Your genetics decides where fat leaves first and where it works. Your genetics decides where fat leaves first and where it's going to stick around till the very end. And for most of us, that end game is the belly. Till the very end. Decides where fat leaves how your body works. Your genetics decides where fat leaves first and where it's going to stick around till the very end. And for most of us, that end game is the belly. Until the very end. Decides where fat leaves first and where it's going to stick around till the very end. And for most of us, that end game is the belly. Until genetics decides where fat leaves first and where it's going to stick around till the very end. And for most of us, that end game is the belly. Until the genetics decides where fat leaves first and where it's going to stick around till the very end. Like it owns the place. And no, it's not because you're lazy or because you didn't hit enough crunches. It's simply how your body works. Your genetics decides where fat leaves first and where it's going to stick around till the very end. For most of us, that end game is the belly.
That end game.
Your genetics decides
where
fat leaves first and where it's going to stick around.
Where it's going to stay around
till the very end.
Where
fat leaves first and where it's going to stick around.
Where it's gonna stick around. Where it's gonna stick around till the very end.
And for most of us, that end game is the belly.
It's the belly. That end game is the belly.
And the two main reasons are simple. First, the fat cells in your belly are like gum stuck on your shoe. Belly fat. First, the fat cells in your belly are like gum stuck on your shoe. Belly fat hangs on way harder than the fat in your arms or face. Doesn't matter. Belly fat hangs on way harder than the fat in your arms or face. Doesn't you? Belly fat hangs on way harder than the fat in your arms or face. Your shoe. Belly fat hangs on way harder than the fat in your arms or face. Doesn't matter how fast you walk or how hard you scrape, it's always the last thing to come off. Fast you walk or how hard you scrape, it's always the last thing to come off. Second reason, poor blood flow.
Second reason, poor blood flow.
It's always the last thing to come off. Second reason, poor blood flow.
Poor blood flow.
Meaning fat loss signals barely get there. While your arms and face are burning fat like crazy, your stomach's just sitting there like it's on vacation mode. That's meaning fat loss signals barely get there. While your arms and face are blood flow. Meaning fat loss signals barely get there. While your arms and face are burning fat like crazy, your stomach's just sitting there like it's on vacation mode. Meaning fat loss signals to come off. Second reason, poor blood flow. Meaning fat loss signals barely get there. While your arms and face are burning fat like crazy, your stomach's just sitting there like it's on vacation mode. Meaning fat loss signals barely get there. Second reason, poor blood flow. Meaning fat loss signals barely get there. While your arms and face are burning fat like crazy, your thing to come off. Second reason, poor blood flow. Poor blood flow. Meaning fat loss signals barely get there.
Meaning fat loss signals barely get there.
Reason, poor blood flow. Meaning fat loss signals barely get there. While your arms and face are burning fat like crazy, your signals barely get there. While your arms and face are burning fat like
while your arms face all
crazy, your stomach's just sitting there like it's on vacation mode. Or burning fat, meaning fat loss signals barely get there. While your arms and face are burning fat like crazy, fat loss signals barely get there. While your arms and face are burning fat like crazy, your stomach's just sitting there like it's on vacation mode. That's why you start seeing veins on your biceps while you're at vacation mode. That's why you start seeing veins on your biceps while your abs still look like they're on strike. Your stomach's just sitting there like it's on vacation mode. That's why you start seeing veins on your biceps while your abs still look like they're on strike. Seeing veins on your biceps while your abs
You start seeing veins in your biceps
still look like they're on strike.
Why
you start seeing veins on your biceps while your abs still look like they're on strike. Because you can't target fat loss. It doesn't happen in just one place. It happens everywhere at once. So your genetics decide which zones get hit first. Your body has its favorite fat storage hangouts. And surprise, that's also where it's most stubborn when burning it off. Some people's faces slim down right away. Others notice their arms or legs tightening up. But there's one rule that always holds true. The spot you hate the most will always be the last. Rule that always holds true. The spot you hate the most will always be the last to go. Holds true. The spot you hate the most will
you spite to hate most. You spite you hate most. The spot
always be. But there's one rule that always holds true. The spot you hate the most.
The spot you hate more. The spot you hate the most
will always be the last to go.
Most will always be the last to go.
Frustrating? Absolutely. But that's the reality of the game. No, Let's clear up and straighten? Absolutely. But that's the reality of the game. Now let's clear up another myth. Crunches aren't a belly fat eraser. No matter how many sit-ups you crank out, your stomach fat isn't just going to magically melt away. Crunches aren't a... That's the reality of the game.
That's the...
Now let's clear up another...
Now it's clear up another
myth. Crunch...
Now it's clear... Now let's clear up another myth. Now let's clear up another myth.
Absolutely, but that's the reality of the game. Now let's clear up another myth.
Now let's clear up another myth.
Crunches aren't a belly fat eraser. No matter how many sit-ups you myth. Crunches aren't a belly fat eraser. No matter how many sit-ups you crank out, your stomach fat isn't just going to magically melt away. That's myth. Crunches aren't a... That's the fat eraser. Now let's clear up another myth. Crunches aren't a belly fat eraser. No.
Crunches aren't a belly fat eraser.
Now let's clear up another myth. Crunches aren't a belly fat eraser.
Belly fat eraser.
Now let's clear up another myth. Crunches aren't a belly fat.
Crunches aren't a belly fat eraser.
No matter how many sit-ups you crank out, your stomach fat isn't just going to magically melt away. That's crank out. Your stomach fat isn't just going eraser. No matter how many sit-ups you crank out, your stomach fat isn't just going to magically melt away.
That isn't just going to magically melt away.
That's just not how the body works. But here's where it gets interesting. Training your abs still matters. Because when you... But Here's where it gets interesting. Training your abs still matters.
Train your abs.
But here's where it gets interesting. Training your abs still matters.
Train your abs still matter. Abs still matter. Abs. Abs. Train your abs still matter.
Because when you actually grow those muscles, they start showing through at higher body fat percentages. You don't need to get those muscles, they start showing through at higher body fat percentages. You don't grow those muscles, they start showing through still matters. Because when you actually grow those muscles, they start showing through at higher body fat percentages. You grow those muscles, they start showing through at higher body fat percentages. You don't grow those muscles, they start showing through at higher body fat percentages.
They start showing through that. They start showing through at higher body fat percentage.
You don't need to use muscles. They start showing through at higher body fat percentages.
Percentages.
Grow those muscles, they start showing through at higher body fat percentages. You don't need to get shredded down to 10% body fat, just fat percentages. You don't need to get shredded down to 10% body fat just to see lines. You don't need to get shredded down to 10% body fat just to see lines. You don't need to get shredded down.
You don't need to get shredded down
10% body fat just to see lines. Been sitting around 18 to 15%, a solid set of abs will start. Even sitting around 18 to 15%, a body fat just to see lines. Even sitting around 18 to 15%, a solid set of abs will start to peek through. And it's the same with every muscle group. So abs lines. Even sitting around 18 to 15%,
even sitting around
just to see lines. Even sitting around 18 to 15%.
Even sitting around 18 to 15%.
A solid set of abs will start to
peek through.
It's the same with every muscle group.
And it's the same with every muscle group.
Abs will start even sitting around 18 to 15%.
Even sitting around 18
just
to
to see
15%.
lines. Even sitting around 18 to 15%, a solid set of abs will start to
a solid set of abs
peek through, and it's the
peep through. We start to peep through.
Same with every muscle.
And it's the same with every muscle group.
So no, ab training won't torch belly fat.
Ab training
every muscle group. So
no,
ab training won't torch belly fat directly, but it will make your midsection look sharper and more defined while you keep losing fat overall. Think of section. Ab training won't torch belly fat directly.
Ab training won't torch belly fat. Ab training won't torch belly fat directly.
But it will make your midsection look sharper and more defined while you keep losing fat overall. Think of it like prepping your abs for showtime, so keep losing fat overall. Think of it like prepping your abs for showtime while you keep losing fat overall. Think of it like prepping your abs for showtime, so they're ready to shine the moment your body fat drops low enough. Now that belly, so keep losing fat overall. Think of it like prepping your abs for showtime, so they're ready to shine the moment your body fat drops low enough. Now that belly fat has no more secrets for you, let me show you the exact two-step method to finally burn off that emergency winter fuel tank. Now that belly fat has no more secrets for you, let me show you the sharper and more defined belly fat directly. but it will make your midsection look sharper and more defined while you keep losing fat overall. Think of it like prepping your abs for showtime, so they're ready to shine the moment your body fat drops low enough. Now that belly fat has no more secrets for you, let me section look sharper and more defined while you keep losing fat overall. Think of it like
prepping your abs
for showtime, so they're ready to shine the moment your body fat drops low enough. Now that so they're ready to shine the moment your body fat drops low enough. Now that belly fat has no more secrets for you, let me show you the exact two-step method to finally burn off that emergency winter fuel tank.
Winter fuel tank.
Two-step method to finally burn off that emergency winter fuel tank. If you want to lose belly fat, there's only one way: calorie deficit. If you want to lose belly fat, there's only one way: calorie deficit. And this is where most people tap out, sticking to this step: calorie deficit. And this is where most people tap out.
And this
There's only one way: calorie deficit. And this is where most people tap out, sticking to this step long enough. And this is where most people tap out. One way: calorie deficit. And this is where most people
most people
tap out, sticking to this step long enough. And this is where most people tap out, sticking to this step long enough.
Sticking to this step. Tap out.
So, how do you actually set this up without turning it into a PhD in nutrition? You've actually set this up without turning it into a PhD in nutrition. How do you actually set this up without turning it into a PhD in nutrition? So, how do you actually set this up without turning it into a PhD in nutrition?
PhD in nutrition.
How do you actually set this up without turning it into a PhD in nutrition? The first step is figuring out your maintenance calories.
The first stage is figuring out your maintenance calories. Figuring out. Maintenance calorie. Figuring out. Figuring out your maintenance calories.
That's basically the amount of daily calories it takes to keep your weight the same. Eat more, you gain weight.
Eat more, you gain weight.
Eat less, you lose weight. Simple. Well, in theory. Because let's be honest,
in theory.
Simple. Well, in theory. Because let's be honest.
Because let's be
Wait. Simple. Well, in theory. Because let's be honest. Figuring out that number and then breaking it down into how much protein, carbs, and fat you need every day can feel like doing math homework. Tracking every calorie, counting every bite, weighing every crumb, absolute nightmare. Most people people give up right there.
Right
And the
there.
second
And
you
the
stop,
second you
fat
stop,
loss
fat
stalls.
loss stop.
Most people give up right there.
Most people give up right there.
And
Absolute nightmare. Most people give up right there.
the second you
The
stop,
second you
fat
stop.
loss stalls.
Fat loss stall.
Most people give up
People
right
give
there.
up right
And
there.
the second
And
you
the second
stop,
you stop,
fat loss stalls.
fat loss star. And the second you stop, fat loss stalls. Fat loss stalls. And the second you stop, fat loss stalls. Fat loss stalls. It's a very way stably despite continuing forward in diet and exercise to come to a stop. Stall. Running cardio and strictly manual routine cardio for where fat low stall can be incredibly puzzling. Pet lost stalls. Pet lost store. Lost store. Store. Pet lost store.
That's exactly why I use Cal AI. Wanna lose belly, fat loss stalls. That's exactly why I use Cal AI. Wanna lose fat loss stalls. That's exactly why I use Cal AI.
That's exactly why I use color.
Wanna lose belly fat?
Okay. When I use lose belly fat.
It's Cal AI. Wanna lose belly?
Wanna lose belly fat? Wanna lose belly?
Set up your profile and your goal. It instantly gives you your exact daily calories, plus your protein, fat, and carb targets. No guessing, no spreadsheets, no headaches.
No headaches.
Calorie tracking, super simple. You just snap a picture of your meal, and Cal AI breaks down the calories and macros for you. No typing, no mental math. Protein, carbs, and fats, all logged in seconds. And from my experience, the accuracy is surprisingly solid. In seconds. And from my experience, the accuracy is surprisingly solid. But I still give it a quick check to make sure the scan didn't miss anything, like those sneaky feta cubes. I just add it manually in a couple of seconds, and I'm good to go. It also comes with a built-in barcode scanner and food database, so your midnight protein bar or Greek yogurt tub gets tracked down to the detail in seconds. And for those of you who like spicing things up with the weirdest protein snacks, I put their food database to the test. And guess what? My protein popcorn logged in a second. And protein popcorn logged in a second.
My protein popcorn logged in a second.
And remember, the muscles are built in the gym, but revealed in the kitchen. So if you're serious about losing fat without losing your mind, check out Cal AI. It turns calorie tracking from a headache into a
It turns calorie tracking from a headache
habit you'll
actually
enjoy.
enjoy.
Download Cal AI and make sure you use code CAPTAINWORKOUT for a 3-day free trial. Alright, step 1 is locked in. Now let's...
Alright, step 1 is locked in.
Move on to step 2, speeding up the deficit.
Speeding up the deficit. feeling of the
But don't worry, that doesn't mean cutting even more calories because the deficit. But don't worry, that doesn't mean cutting even more calories because you can just burn more. And I know what you're thinking. You've probably tried running, cycling, rowing, maybe even gone full beast mode with HIIT. And cycling, rowing, maybe even gone full beast mode with HIIT. Running, cycling, rowing, maybe even gone full beast mode with HIIT.
For beast mode for hat. Maybe even gone full beast mode with HIIT.
Running, cycling, rowing, maybe even gone full beast mode with
mode with HIIT.
And yeah, it works.
And yeah, it works.
Pretending they don't torch calories would be
pretending they don't torch
the
calories
same as saying
would be the
pineapple pizza
thing.
is actually good.
Good.
These moves torch calories fast. On paper, they look like the perfect fat loss.
On paper, they will look like the perfect fat loss.
But it's only on paper, because what if I told you that this is not what I would recommend, and definitely not what I use to stay lean year-round? Because the truth is, most people can't stick with hardcore cardio long enough to see belly fat melt. And it's
can't stick with hardcore cardio long enough to see belly fat melt.
It's not the only downside. Smash a heat session before lifting, your strength tanks. Go too hard after lifting, your muscles don't recover, and instead of growing, the only downside. Smash a heat session before lifting, your strength tanks. Go to downside. Smash a heat session before lifting, your
smash a heat session before
strength tanks. Go to
your strength tank.
Too hard after lifting, your muscles don't recover, and instead of growing, they start screaming for mercy. Either way, you're stalling, or worse, you're burning muscle, not fat, and that's the exact opposite of what we're here for. That's why I ditched the torture treadmill sessions that left me feeling like a zombie. It ditched the torture treadmill sessions.
That's why I ditched the torture treadmill sessions
that left me feeling like a zombie.
Left me feel like a zombie.
If your goal is to lose belly fat and actually keep it off, your cardio can't be something you hate. It has to be fat and actually keep it off. Your cardio can't be something you hate.
Something you hate. Your cardio can be something you hate.
It has to be something you can do forever.
And it has to be something you can do forever.
Solution is the simplest move ever. It's to be something you can do forever. And the solution is the simplest move ever.
And the solution is the simplest move ever. And the solution is the simplest move ever.
Walking. Yeah, that thing your legs were built for. And I can already hear you typing in the comments. There's no way I'm gonna get a six-pack just by walking. But here's the truth. Your body doesn't care if the calories you burn come from sprints, burpees, or laps around the block. Care if the calories you burn are walking. But here's the truth. Your body doesn't care if the calories you burn come from sprints, burpees, or laps around the block. Care if the calories you burn come from walking. But here's the truth. Your body doesn't care if
your body doesn't care
if the come from sprints, burpees, or laps around the block. What matters is consistency. And the easiest way
what matters is
to stay consistent around the block. What matters is consistency. And the easiest way to stay consistent is by doing something you're already doing every single day. Aim for 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. No joint pain like running. No 1,000 to 10,000 steps a day. No joint pain like running.
No joint pain like running. No joint pain. No joint pain like jogging. Running.
No recovery drain like lifting, and none of those.
No recovery drain like lifting.
Insane post.
And none of those
like running. no recovery drain like lifting, and none of those insane post-cardio cravings where you end up demolishing half the fridge and erasing every post-cardio cravings where you end up demolishing half the fridge and erasing every calorie you just burned. Just up demolishing half, and none of those insane post-cardio cravings where you end up demolishing
carving where we end up
half the
demolishing
fridge and erasing
half the flesh,
calorie you
erasing
just
every
burned.
calorie you just burned.
Free low-effort calories burned
Just
straight free calorie you just burned. Just free low-effort calories burned straight from your feet and the back burned. Just free low-effort calories burned straight from your feet and the back burned. Just free low-effort calories burned
just free low effort
straight from your feet.
Tree your feet.
Burned. Just free low-effort calories.
Just free low effort calorie.
Burned straight from your feet.
Straight to your feet. Burned straight from your feet.
And the best part, you can rack up those steps without even thinking about it. And the best part, you can rack up those steps without even thinking about it.
Without even thinking about it.
And the best part, you can rack up those steps without even thinking about it. Just by moving more throughout your day. You can
just find
rack up those steps without even thinking about it. Just by moving more throughout your day.
Just by moving for. Just by moving
those steps without even thinking about it. Just by moving more throughout your day.
Throughout your day. Just by moving for throughout your day. Just by moving more throughout your day.
Rack up those steps without even thinking about it. Just by moving more throughout your day.
Throughout your day.
You can walk while calling your gym crush just by moving more throughout your day. You can walk while calling your gym crush.
You're gonna work
just by moving more throughout your day. You can walk while calling your gym crush. Park at
calling your
the
gym
farthest
crush.
spot in the parking lot. Take this walk while calling your gym crush. Just by moving more throughout your day. You can walk while calling your gym crush. Park at the farthest spot in the parking lot. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park at the farthest spot in the parking lot. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park at the farthest spot in the parking lot. You can walk while calling your gym crush. Park at the farthest spot in the parking lot. You can walk while calling your gym crush. Park at the this spot in the parking lot. Take this walk while calling your gym crush. Park at the farthest
in the parking lot.
Walk while calling your gym crush. Park at the farthest
Park at the farthest
spot in the
farthest spot.
You can walk while calling your gym crush. Park at the farthest spot in the
farthest spot.
Parking lot. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Or
take the stairs instead of the elevator.
Park at the farthest spot in the parking lot. Take the stairs instead of the elevator.
Take the stairs instead of parking.
Or just head outside to get some fresh air while secretly still wondering who stole your last protein pancake. While secretly still wondering elevator, or just head outside to get some fresh air.
Or just head outside.
Take the stairs instead of the elevator, or just head outside to get some fresh air take the stairs instead of the elevator, or just head outside to get some fresh air while secretly still wondering who stole your. Or just head outside to get some fresh air while secretly still wondering who stole your last protein pancake. Air while secretly still
just head outside to get thrown for a share, basically.
Wondering who stole
Still wondering
your
who
last
stole
protein
your last
pancake.
pancake.
Spoiler, it was
Spoiler.
you at 2 a.m. Bonus perks of walking.
Spoiler,
Spoiler, it was you at 2 a.m.
it was you at 2 a.m. Spoiler, it was you at 2 a.m.
Bonus perks of walking. Less spoiler, it was you at 2 a.m. Bonus perks of walking. Spoiler, it was you at 2 a.m. Bonus perks of walking.
Bonus parking. Working.
Spoiler, it was you at 2 a.m.
Bonus parking.
Bonus perks of walking.
Bonus part of working. Bonus part of working.
Less cortisol, better
Less
sleep for
cortisol,
maximum
maximum
gains.
gains.
Now, perks of walking.
Bonus parts of work. Bonus parts of working. Perks. Bonus parts of working. Bonus parts of working.
Less cortisol, better
Less
sleep
cortisol.
for maximum gains. Bonus perks of walking. Less cortisol, better
Less cortisol.
sleep for maximum gains. Perks of walking.
Bonus perks of walking.
Less cortisol, better sleep for maximum gains.
Person-
Perks of
maximum
walking.
gains.
Less cortisol, better sleep for maximum gain. Bonus perks of walking. Less cortisol,
Less cortisol.
better sleep for
Better
maximum
sleep for maximum
gains.
gains.
Now, perks
Maximum
of
gains.
walking. Less cortisol, better sleep for maximum gains.
Better sleep, maximum
Perks of
gains.
walking. Less cortisol, better sleep
Less cortisol.
for
Better sleep for
maximum gains.
maximum gains. Less cortisol. Less cortisol. Less cortisol. Better sleep for maximum gains.
Now you don't have to
Now
go
you
all
have
in
to
on
go all in
10,000
on
steps
10,000
tomorrow.
steps.
Start gains. Now you don't have to go all in on
Now you don't have to go
10,000 steps tomorrow. Maximum gains. Now you don't have to go all in on 10,000 steps tomorrow.
10,000 steps tomorrow.
Some gains. Now you don't have to go all in on 10,000 steps tomorrow. Some gains. Now you don't have to go all in on 10,000 steps tomorrow.
All in all. Now you don't have to go all in.
Now you don't have to go all in on 10,000 steps
10,000
tomorrow.
steps tomorrow.
Start small. Add 2,000 steps a day. That's literally two 10-minute walks.
10-minute walks.
Add 2,000 steps
At
a day.
2,000 steps a day.
That's literally
It's
two
literally
10-minute
two
walks.
10-minute walks.
Once that's easy,
Once
bump it up
that's
by
easy,
another
bump it by
2,000.
another
Keep
2,000.
stacking until
Keep
you're
stacking
comfortably
until you're
cruising at
comfortably
7 to
cruising at
10,000 steps a day.
steps
And this
a
is
day.
where Cal AI makes it super easy again. It hooks straight
It
into
hooks-
your phone's step count. Cal AI
It
makes it
hooks-
super easy again. It hooks straight into your phone's
Hook
step
straight
count.
in your phones.
No guessing,
No
no
guessing,
excuses.
no
Just
excuses.
open the
Just
app
open the
and you'll
app.
know exactly where you stand. This two steps method
Two-step
sounds almost
method
too
sounds
simple,
too
but
simple.
those little moves
Those
add
little
up.
moves
Day after day,
add
week
up.
after week, the
Yeah.
calories
Calories
compound.
compound.
Combine that with a proper
Combine
diet,
that-
and your
combine
belly
that
fat
with
doesn't
a-
stand a chance.
Stand a chance. It's hard for me. Oh, very hard. So, and then I find another video. Enhance. Always racing. To improve comprehension, don't try to understand.
Experienced language learners accept uncertainty, accept that they don't fully understand, and yet they keep going. Hi there, Steve Coffin. Experienced language learner.
Range runners.
Learners accept uncertainty, accept that they don't fully understand.
Don't fully understand, and yeah, they keep going. Experienced range runner accept essentially accept that they don't fully understand, yet they keep going. Sword.
You know what? There's something that I hear on a regular basis. Students message me, students just like you, and say, "Teacher, I understand about 80 or 90% of what you say. It's so amazing. But how come I can't understand other English speakers?" Or what about this one? "Teacher, your videos are great. I love them. I can understand you. But how come I can't understand English movies?"
English movie.
You probably have asked the same question. Now, I'm so happy you can understand me, but I realize this is a big issue. One of my students last week actually asked the same question. She said, "Tiff, how can I improve my English listening skills?" So you know what I did? I came up with a simple five-step plan. That's right. 5 steps that will help you improve your English listening skills. Now, I'm going to tell you these 5 steps, but I need you to do something for me. I need you to like, share, and also subscribe to this channel. Now, why do I need you to do this? Because my main goal is to help students around the world gain confidence in their ability to speak in English and also enjoy the process. But I need your help because I can't do it alone. I really want to help 1 billion students. I know, it's a big number, but together we can make it happen. And all you have to do is like this video, share this video with someone else who's learning English, and then subscribe to this channel. I would appreciate it so much because that will help me spread the word and help other students gain confidence. So again, like, share, subscribe. I'm Teacher Tiffany. Let's jump right in. All right, so 5 steps. We're going to look at 5 different steps that will help you improve your listening skills. Now, the first step is find a video or podcast, something you are interested in. Now, I mentioned this in last week's video, the importance of actually finding something you're interested in. Because your brain is awesome, you already kind of have this storage room of words connected to your interests. And all you have to do is translate those words to English. So, find a video or podcast about a topic. Describe it for you. Look for a video or podcast that is connected to a topic you enjoy. Why? Because learning about topics you already enjoy makes it easy for your brain to make connections as you listen. You know, it's so funny. Quick story time. I was teaching a class last week, and 2 of my students were having a conversation, and I was listening to them. And one of the questions was related to a challenge they faced in life. Now, one of my students, she's an architect. You know who you are. Hey, Daisy. And my other student, Gilberto, he works in Brazil, and he works with Caterpillar. There's a company that makes these machines that are used in construction, and they're Caterpillar. And Gilberto. So they were having a discussion about challenges, and I was so amazed as I watched them speak confidently and comfortably about the challenges they face related to their jobs and related to things connected to their jobs. Now, when they stopped, I said, you know what, guys? Do you realize that you were able to speak confidently about this topic?
Well,
this topic? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And I told them it was because they had already formulated ideas about the topic in their own language. So when I asked them the question in English, it was very easy for them to translate it into English because they already had kind of a storage room. Make sense? So again, find a video or podcast because it's going to be easier for you to connect the information in English. Now, so after you do that, again, it needs to be your interests. You're going to move on to step number 2. Listen and mark the timestamps, the parts you don't understand. So here we go. Listen to the video or watch the video or listen to the podcast and write down the timestamps of the parts you don't understand. Now again, remember, you're only writing down the timestamps. Sometimes as a student, you feel like you have to write every word or every single part that you want to go back and look at or look in the dictionary. And sometimes you'll say, teacher, if I look in the dictionary for every single word, I won't finish in time. And I get it. That's why the second step is literally just write the timestamp. So let's say, for example, I'm going to take out my headphones. You find your podcast. You find the video, and you are ready to watch the video or listen to the podcast. And then you start, and from the very beginning, you don't understand anything. Put my headphones on, listening. Oh, I don't know what that is. Pause. Write the timestamp, but you don't have to write anything else. Again, for step 2. All right? Now, why is this important? Reason. Jotting down quick notes is good because it doesn't stop you from listening to the remainder of the program. Oh, now, real quick. You see there's another new, hold on 1 second, gotta fix this right here, gotta make sure, okay? Alright, so you'll notice I said jotting down. Now, jotting down, that expression just means to make a quick note. You got it? So not like when you're studying for a test and you have to write extensively. Nope. Quick notes. We say jotting down in English. Alright, so you're going to jot down very quickly the timestamp. So let's say, for example, I said I listened to something. This is what my notebook would look like. 1 minute and 5 seconds. Second, 2 minutes and 56 seconds. And you see, I just wrote the timestamps. This is all you have to do for part 2 as you listen. Now, we're going to progress to step number 3. The third thing is you're going to go to the timestamp and listen again and guess. So again, listen to the portions at the timestamps one more time and guess what is being said. That's right. So you listen to it all the way through. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go back. This is step 3. And you're only going to look for those parts that you didn't understand. Not the entire thing. Just go to 1 minute and say 25 seconds. Listen to that short portion and try to figure out what's being said and then guess. It's okay. Just guess what you think is being said. Now, why is this important? Here's the reason. This will help you focus on small portions instead of the entire program. Many times as an English learner, you get frustrated and overwhelmed because you're trying to see everything at once. Whereas this is saying, hey, you've already listened to the full program. Now go back to that little part and see, can you understand that portion right there? So let's see how it would look. For example, I listened to something. This is my notebook. 1 minute and 5 seconds. I heard prerequisite. But the word is prerequisite. Now, prerequisite, let me kind of explain it to you. So prerequisite is something that must occur before something else happens. The easiest way to understand it, imagine when you were in university, right? And you were majoring in biology, right? It's your freshman year, though, your first year, they say, before you take, let's say, organic chemistry, you need to take chemistry. You need to take the basic chemistry, Chemistry 101. Chemistry 101 is a or before requisite, right? You need to have this class before you take organic chemistry. In English, we say prerequisite. All right? Okay, so then 2 minutes and 56 seconds. On cloud 9, they realize, on cloud 9. Now again, you guys are getting a lot of expressions today. On cloud 9 just means you feel awesome. You feel amazing. Everything is A-okay. We say on cloud 9. Now for me personally, when I'm on cloud 9, y'all, I usually sing and dance. For the students in my academy, I kind of sang a lot last week for one of our Q&A episodes. But yeah, when I'm really excited and really happy and I'm on cloud 9, I usually like to sing. All right, so let's say back on D-Day. Well, that's actually back in the day. Back in the day just means a long time ago. I taught that. I think I taught that on Instagram. You can check out Instagram. I teach every day a new word and a new slang term. All right. Next, I said call fiver is actually all-nighter. All-nighter refers to studying all through the night. You have to work or study all through the night. You say all-nighter. I pulled an all-nighter. I did an all-nighter. It means I worked or studied all through the night. All right? Now, let's say the last one I found was sunked. I'm like, what is sunk? It's actually zonked. All right? So, pronunciation after me, zonked. One more time, zonked. Now, zonked just means extremely exhausted or really tired. Now, I want to pause really quickly because, you see, sometimes when you're on this step, you're on step 3, and you hear the words or expressions, you may not be able to find out the correct expression or words, or you want to ask someone a question. Well, that's where today's sponsor comes in, Cambly. I love partnering with Cambly because they're an awesome company. Now, Cambly has tutors from Australia, Canada, America, English-speaking countries, and they are ready to help you. So many of my students in my academy actually use Cambly as a tutoring service. Now, Cambly, like I said, is so awesome that they want to give you a discount. They want to give you a special gift. Now, all you have to do is, you see this code right on the screen? Use this code, and let me tell you some of the gifts they want to give to you. Now, if you use this code and you say, I want to try Cambly out for a month. It's amazing. They will give you 10% off for 1 month. But let's say you want to go big. You say, you know what? I'm ready to take my English to the next level and speak with a tutor, and you want to do 3 months. Well, Cambly says, you know what? We're going to give you 19% off. Now, if you're really ready to go big, and do 12 months, Cambly says we're going to give you 32% off. So again, I love Cambly. They have amazing tutors, and they will help you take your English to the next level and answer your questions when you get stuck. So use the coupon code right here on the screen. Cambly, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. And students, take your English to the next level. All right, so again, we're on step 3, and this is the step where if you need to ask questions, you can ask questions to your tutors, just like the tutors at Cambly. So again, we're going to keep going on now. So we've looked at the timestamps, and now we have to go on to the 4th step. Figure out the context before after, and
or
overall.
after,
So
or
listen to the portions before and immediately after the portion you didn't understand. Then think about the video as a whole. So you see what happened in step number 3 when I was explaining, back in the day, all-nighter. I explained those to you, but we didn't listen to the same program, right? So even if you figure out back in the day or all-nighter, you may not understand how that connects to the actual program you listened to. This is when you have to figure out the context. What are they talking about at that point, before that point, after that point, and what's the whole focus of what you're listening to? That program, what's the topic or what's the focus? Now, why is this so important? This step is so important because it will help your brain start to connect information and understand what you missed. So let's see how I would do it. So for example, 4 minutes and 11 seconds, they said back on D-Day. That's what I heard, but it's actually back in the day. Now, you see on the left and the right, the context before and the context after. These two pieces of information are going to help me kind of guess the real meaning of back in the day. All right, so here we go. Talking about all of the new technology available today. That happened from 3 minutes and 30 seconds to 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Then they started to compare it to old technology, looking at the context before. Now, what happened after the 4 minute and 11 second mark? They start to speak about childhood, memories. So they're suddenly going from talking about present day technology to childhood memories. And right in the middle, there's this expression, back in the day. They're talking about old times or the past. Context clues. This can help you understand things when you're listening to things in English. All right? Now, this helps us move to step number 5. All right? So, step number 5 is listen one more time to make sure you understand. You're going to listen to the program or watch it one more time and make sure you are able to understand the portions you went over. This is so important because it will help you feel more confident and give your brain one last time to recognize what you learned. This is so important. So, step 1, 2, 3, and 4, that's where you're going to actually process and understand the information to try to guess what's going on. Then step 5 kind of solidifies, I understood. My listening is improving. And that's all you need to do. These 5 steps are going to take your English to the next level. Now, I have part 2 as I always do. And part 2 is for my Academy students. If you're not a member, all you have to do is go to letsjumprightin.com and become a member right now, and you can watch part 2. In part 2, I really help you by giving you a worksheet where you can use the worksheet as you listen to programs to write timestamps, and I explain to you how to use the worksheet as well. So, I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and I want you to take your English to the next level and improve your listening skills. So don't forget, when you get to step 3 and you're trying to guess what is actually being said, you may need a tutor. And that's where Cambly, again, comes in to help you. So don't forget to use the coupon code for Cambly. You'll see it right in the description. Cambly, thanks again for sponsoring this video. Guys, I love you guys. I really want to help you improve your English. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so that you can help somebody else take their English to the next level. I'll see you next week, but as always, remember to speak English.
Remember to speak English.
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. It's story time. Hey, I said it's story time. Okay, now, I'll be very honest. Today's story is going to be maybe funny. It's interesting. So, I will never forget this. So, growing up, I was a good child. I was a good kid. I wasn't disrespectful. I followed the rules. I had fun, but I was a good kid. I listened to my parents. But I remember this one time, my mom and I were home. My dad was at work, and we were in the kitchen, And my mom said something, and I got a little bit irritated, but I wasn't crazy. Now, I will tell you this about my mom. My mom is short. We say sometimes short people are very spunky. Oh, they're spitfires. So I want you to imagine, you know, fire is hot, right? And you spit like, you spit. So spitfire is someone who may jump on you real quick, or they can be aggressive sometimes. And my mom is loving, but she can be a spitfire sometimes. So anyways, I'm not sure exactly what was said or what the situation was, but for some reason my mom got upset and she told me to go upstairs to my room. Now I was upset too, but again, remember I told you she was a spitfire, so I wasn't crazy. I wasn't going to talk back. Now, talk back is when, you know, parents tell their child something and the kid says, well, I don't want to do that. Well, why do I have to? Never. Did not do that. Did not do that. My mom was a spitfire. My parents raised us to never be disrespectful. So we weren't disrespectful. My sister and I, we were not disrespectful. So anyways, but this situation, something happened with my sister and I, we were not disrespectful. Disrespectful. So we weren't disrespectful. My sister and I, we were not disrespectful. So anyways, but this situation, something happened in the kitchen. My mom told me to go upstairs, and I was a teenager. So I was a little bit, you know, when you're a teenager, going through your emotion, but I was not crazy because my mom was a spitfire. So she said, go upstairs to your room. So I said, yes, ma'am. Now, even in my eyes, my facial expression, I couldn't show any measure of disrespect. I couldn't say, no, you better not. You better not. You get popped. So she said, go to your room. And again, so I had to go upstairs to my room. Now, my kitchen, from my kitchen to my room, honestly, to walk maybe it took, I would say 30 or 40 seconds. Like, it's not close. It's not far, but it's not close. So, you know, we live in the same home, right? So I walked up the steps, and again, in my head, I'm just mad. But my facial expression, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I walk up the steps. My mom's still in the kitchen. I get upstairs, and I get to my door. And I'm just about to open my door. Very quietly. I said, I kid you not, it was that quiet. Now, I have the mic right here, so it's loud to you, but it was very quiet. Like, I literally did that. Before I could get it out of my mouth, my mom downstairs says, you better not suck your teeth. Okay? She said, you better not suck your teeth. The level of fear that came over me, I said, there's no way in the world she could have heard me suck my teeth. It was so.
Okay. Oh.
Let's learn the Korean alphabet in 10 minutes. Let's get started. In Korean, there are 10 basic vowels and 11 compound vowels. First one is A. A.
I'm 45, and if you're in your 30s, watch this. When you hit your 40s, you're going to see two types of people: those who took care of themselves and those who did not. Health isn't optional. In your 20s, you can get away with it, but in your 30s, your habits compound for better or for worse. Next, you lose 3 to 8% of muscle every decade after 30, and this rate accelerates after 60. Lifting weights is an investment in your future self. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but when you lift weights, especially after the ages of 60, 70, 80, this is what keeps you functional as you age. It's way better to be the oldest person in the weight room than the youngest person in the nursing home. Number 3, you are what you eat. The foods you take in are investments in your present and future energy, mood, and health. If you're feeling like shit, look no further than the fuel you're putting into your body. And there have been plenty of studies that have been done that shows the types of nutrients that you put into your body are what contribute to either positive or negative mental health. Number 4, you are also when you eat. One of the most underrated tools to getting healthy is to create the best meal schedule for you. It's a concept called circadian nutrition, and it's quite simple. You would eat your final meal at least 3 to 5 hours before bed, and this lets your body digest and improve the quality of your sleep. You would eat your first meal at least 1 to 2 hours upon waking to regulate your appetite, your hunger, and also to turn on your circadian rhythms. And if you want, you put a meal in between those two, and then when you do this for about 7 days, your body will start to adapt to the times that you're eating. Number 5, sleep is the best performance enhancing drug on the planet, and it's completely free. At a bare minimum, you should be aiming for at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night, aiming for similar sleep and wake times. And to enhance the quality of your sleep, focus on fixing your environment so you can make sleep evergreen. Most people have problems in life. Number 6 is to care about your appearance. Everyone says not to judge a book by its cover, but what do people do? They judge a book by its cover. And if you want to care about your appearance, it starts with your body, taking care of it, putting in the right foods, lifting, exercising, moving, sleeping. And then we get into the finer details, which is your haircut, the clothes that you wear. You don't need to be a fashionista. You just need to care about how you look. And then once you start doing this and start
Imagine a machine. It requires no electricity. It occupies no space. It costs $0 to maintain. Yet, it has the power to reshape your skeletal structure, recalibrate your hormonal balance, and shield your heart from disease. That machine is the floor beneath your feet, and the fuel is simply your own body weight. Most people think transformation requires an hour of agony at the gym. They believe change only comes from expensive equipment or complex routines, but they are overlooking the most potent exercise ever discovered: the push-up. What if you did 20? Just 20, every single day. It seems like a drop in the ocean, a number so small it shouldn't make a difference. But biology doesn't work through sudden miracles. It works through the relentless pressure of consistency. When you drop down and push, you are triggering a biological domino effect that reaches from your fingertips to your DNA. And the most fascinating part? The biggest changes aren't the ones you see in the mirror. They are the silent, internal adaptations that keep you alive, alert, and resilient. The 20 push-up habit is built on the principle of the minimum effective dose. It is enough to signal your body to adapt, but not so much that it causes systemic burnout. However, before we dive into the internal timeline, we must be clear. Every body is a different ecosystem. If you have pre-existing shoulder injuries, heart conditions, or chronic joint pain, your first step isn't the floor. It's a conversation with your doctor. Medical consultation isn't just a formality. It's about ensuring your foundation is ready for the stress. Once cleared, remember, form is your only currency. A single perfect push-up is worth more than 50 sloppy ones. And as you get stronger, progress must be gradual. If 20 is too easy, you slow down. If 20 is too hard, you start on your knees. The goal is the stimulus, not the ego. The moment you start your first set of 20, your body exits a state of metabolic sleep. As you lower your chest, your nervous system experiences a mild emergency. Your brain is frantically trying to coordinate muscles that may have been dormant for years. Inside the cells of your chest and arms, your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, suddenly have to ramp up production. They burn through stored ATP and creatine phosphate within seconds. By the 10th push-up, your body begins to shift toward anaerobic glycolysis. Lactic acid starts to accumulate. That burning sensation, that's your body's pH level dropping. On a structural level, you are creating microscopic damage. The fibers of your pectoralis major and your triceps are literally fraying. This sounds alarming, but it is the holy grail of fitness. This microtrauma triggers an immune response. White blood cells rush to the area. Inflammation begins, not the chronic bad kind, but the acute healing kind. You will wake up on day 2 feeling stiff. Your body is saying something happened and I need to prepare. By day 7, the shakiness begins to fade. Why? You haven't grown significantly larger muscles in a week. The secret is neuromuscular efficiency. Your brain is essentially updating its software. The motor cortex is becoming more efficient at sending electrical signals to your muscles. It's learning which muscle fibers to fire and in what order. This is the neural handshake between your mind and your chest. You are becoming stronger without adding an ounce of weight. At the same time, your core, your abs, and lower back is waking up. A push-up is a plank in motion. Your body is learning to stabilize your spine while your limbs move. This is the beginning of functional core strength. You might notice you sit a bit straighter at your desk. The slump feels less comfortable. Your heart rate during the set is also starting to stabilize. Your stroke volume, the amount of blood your heart pumps per beat, is suddenly increasing to meet the sudden demand for oxygen in your upper body. This is the phase of visible adaptation. The inflammation of the first week has subsided, and your body has moved from repair mode to fortification mode. Through a process called protein synthesis, your body is weaving new strands of muscle fiber. You'll start to see a slight shadow of definition in your shoulders and a subtle lift in your chest. But look deeper. Your tendons, the cables connecting muscle to bone, are thickening. Tendons have less blood flow than muscles, so they adapt more slowly. But the daily 20 push-up stimulus is forcing them to become more resilient. Your bone density in your wrists and humerus is also receiving a message. The mechanical stress of your weight tells your body, we need more calcium here. This is a critical defense against the bone loss that comes with aging. Your metabolism is also receiving a quiet boost. Muscle tissue is metabolically expensive. It burns energy even when you are sleeping. By adding this lean mass, you are slightly raising your basal metabolic rate. You are becoming a more efficient furnace. Pause for a second. Are you beginning to see that 20 push-ups isn't just about getting big? It's about biological maintenance. If you're finding this breakdown helpful, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm that science matters. Comment below. Can you do 20 push-ups right now? Or is that your goal for next month? And make sure to subscribe. Every week we peel back the layers of human biology to show you how simple habits create extraordinary results. And if you want to see how removing a toxic habit affects this progress, check out our other deep dive. What happens to your body if you stop drinking alcohol for 30 days? The combination of adding movement and removing toxins is the fastest way to rewrite your health story. Now, let's talk about the brain. We often hear that exercise makes you smarter. For a 2-minute habit like 20 push-ups, the effect on the brain is real, but it is indirect. It's not magic, it's physiology. When you perform resistance training, your muscles release substances called myokines. These are signaling molecules that travel through the bloodstream. One specific myokine, known as cathepsin B, has been shown to cross the blood-brain barrier and stimulate the production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of BDNF as miracle growth for your brain cells. Furthermore, the act of doing 20 push-ups provides a reset for your nervous system. By focusing on your breath and the movement, you briefly exit the monkey mind of daily stress. This lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, indirectly. When cortisol drops, your prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for logic and focus, can function better. You don't get smarter because you push the floor. You get sharper because you clear the biological noise that was slowing your brain down. After 90 days, you have completed 1,800 push-ups. You are no longer trying a challenge. You have reached metabolic normalization. Your body now considers this extra muscle mass and this level of strength to be the new normal. This is where the long-term health benefits solidify. First, cardiovascular resilience. A major study of active men found that those who could do over 40 push-ups had a 96% lower risk of cardiovascular disease events compared to those who could do fewer than 10. While our goal is 20, you are halfway to that shield of invincibility. Your heart is more efficient and your arteries are more flexible. Second, insulin sensitivity. Your muscles are the primary site for glucose disposal. By maintaining this daily muscle activation, you are helping your body manage blood sugar more effectively. This is a silent guard against type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Third, hormonal harmony. Regular resistance training helps maintain a healthy ratio between testosterone and cortisol. In a world that is estrogen heavy and stress heavy, this daily 2-minute masculine signal helps keep your endocrine system balanced. You feel more assertive, less anxious, and more capable. However, even the best medicine can become a poison in the wrong dose or delivery. The biggest risk of 20 push-ups every day is the overuse trap. If your form is bad, if your elbows flare out like a T-shape, you are grinding your rotator cuff tendons against the bone. Over 3 months, 1,800 bad push-ups can lead to chronic impingement. Always keep your elbows tucked at a 45-degree angle. The second risk is the adaptation plateau. Your body is an efficiency machine. Once 20 push-ups become easy, the biological signal for growth weakens. To keep the brain and heart benefits, you must introduce progressive overload. This doesn't mean doing 100 push-ups. It means doing those 20 push-ups slower. 3 seconds down, this is the time under tension, restarting the cycle of adaptation without requiring more time. If your body could talk to you after 3 months of this habit, it wouldn't talk about your chest size. It would say, thank you for the structural integrity. Thank you for the hormonal balance. Thank you for proving that we are still capable of growth. Doing 20 push-ups every day is a small act of rebellion against a sedentary, modern world that wants you to be weak and tired. It is a daily contract you sign with your future self. It's not about the 2 minutes on the floor. It's about the 23 hours and 58 minutes of the day where you carry yourself with the confidence of a person who has mastered their own weight. The floor is waiting. Your biology is ready to adapt. The only thing missing is the push. Will you commit to 20 push-ups today, knowing it's the simplest way to upgrade your heart, your bones, and your focus? Tell us day 1 in the comments. Let's build this foundation together. Stay healthy, stay consistent, and we'll see you in the next breakdown.
Okay.